Hi, welcome to Falling Down Garage. In this episode, I show you what you can do if you have an old deck that really should be torn off, but maybe you don't have the funds to do it, or the wherewithal, or the time, whatever. Or in my case, a fire escape for when this used to be a business with a rental property up above, an apartment. So I'm gonna bring you in here closer, feature me, and I'm going to kind of give you a brief synopsis of what we did, and then I'm going to show you how we did it. All right, be right back. Hi, welcome back to Falling Down Garage, part of the exterior restoration series. We did a little bit of a ADD project. What we did in this video is I show you how we stained this fire escape. Now this fire escape, if you look at it closely, it's in very bad shape. Like, this tread actually should get, I'm gonna have to replace this, and I'll do that. Wow, that's why it wouldn't hold stain. This has insect damage. All right, so I'll identify the bad treads, I'll take those out and replace them. Oh my god. But what we did in this video, we power washed, and I don't think I showed the power washing. And then the kids and we used PPG ProLuxe Cedar 077 is the color. I get it on Amazon if you want to know. You can get it at paint stores. PPG doesn't have much of a presence in my where I live in New Jersey, so I just got it online. It's it used to be called Cetol, I think, CETOL, from Exo Noble. They are a European coatings company. I don't know the backstory about how it ended up being a PPG product, but if you like this stuff, that's how you get it. It's very expensive, but it's more expensive to buy, cheaper to use. And the reason for that is it holds up a lot longer than conventional deck stains, even the emulsion coatings that you get at the big boxes in the United States. So do you want to pay now or do you want to pay later? Now, the premise behind these, and it's very important. So if you're to build a deck, what you would do is you would make all your cuts. Okay, all your cuts are your spindles, your treads, your handrails. You'd lay everything out and you would pre-coat. So you would coat all 6 sides, then you would assemble it. That's the correct way to do it. Did I do that in this case? No. I trust this coating enough to hold up well enough to buy me some time, as left-handed as that sounds. So we did not get any of the edges of the treads going up here. We did not disassemble anything. I just power washed it and then, started coating. It took really well in some places, not as well in others, but this thing is not built to code. It's too steep. It doesn't follow the 7-Eleven perfect stair tread or whatever that's part of the building codes in the United States at this time. And the 7 is the rise, the 11 would be the run, and these are not that. So the treads are too skinny. This is not the code, but it's here, so it gets to stay as long as it's here. Got it? So coating it was the better choice. And in part of this series, yes, later this year, I hope to finally get up there and start dealing with it. Originally, I had went and I decided I was going to replace this, but then I changed my mind and I said, I'm not going to. I'm going to use some stuff, either the paint shave or the Dyma brush, and I'm going to just take this stuff off. It doesn't work well with heat. I'll sand what I can, and I'll just prime and paint it, and I'll drop out the fire escape. So anyways, sorry for the very long preamble. I show you, if you have a crappy deck, if you have a crappy fire escape on your house, if it used to be a rental, if it still is a rental, how you can deal with it. All right, thanks. Falling Down Garage here. We're picking up where we left off, where I've got the kids taking the deck out of after power washing it. All right, so this deck has a lot of hair because we were power washing. What the heck was that? What just dropped a branch?
Probably it was just probably a bird or something.
Must have been. Oh well. There's still some persimmons on there. Not the yield we got last year. What was your question, baby doll?
Should I stand?
Yes.
Okay.
And you and Jared should potentially share the whiz roller. Okay. I know there's gouges in this. You did a much better job pressure washing than I thought, by the way. Kudos to you. Thank you for that. End grain is the top and bottom of a board. This is end grain right here.
Yeah.
Always get that an extra coat.
Okay.
Long strokes. It'll run out of paint, and then back brush. So here, let me.
Yeah.
So you go. And then go dry into the wet.
Okay.
And you could even get fancy with this kind of brush and twist it a little bit as you go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wait.
That brush is older than you.
I believe it. Is it horsehair?
Yes. Or no, I think it's pig hair actually. I don't like to think about that. So kind of work, Jared, kind of work the material in and then, you know, fix it, if that makes any sense. You'll be more productive. You have enough time today, you should be able to get 2 full coats on this.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta show them some technique. So let's get up here and have at it. We're being too precious about getting material on. Let's get it into the end grain.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
You approve my work?
Yeah, you guys are being too precious.
Okay.
All right.
You want me to do the
You know what, Jared? Get into place. Like hop up on the hill a little bit so you can see what I'm doing.
You want me to do the kind of
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know I didn't show you much. Don't think I'm mad or anything. But just work the material in, and then clean it up with that back brush.
All right.
Think of it like you're troweling it and making it look sloppy, because you kind of are. That's the goal. And you can work both brushes, but like work in a small section, hit it, and then go back and put a second coat on, and then move.
All right.
Okay? Just like, see what I'm doing here? Just you're gonna make little miniature messes. That's okay. That's what the brush is for. Just back brush it. Get up in here, up and underneath, up and underneath, up and underneath. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Attack the work. Since you have access to the top grain, the end grain there, just hit it. Just see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Just attack this. So the goal, and get underneath here for her. But I probably would by myself could have had this whole thing one coated already. So just think that way. You got plenty of material. Just stay with this. You got, where's your rags? You got your rag?
my rag.
You got a rag, but what, does he have a rag?
How do you know?
All right, so like areas that you can't reach, Jared, just grab one out of that tub.
All right.
And I'm not mad, pal. I'm not. I made all the same mistakes you're making right now. And my boss, Roger Simon, he taught me how to fix it. So just get the crap on. And then the holidays, because the ladder obstruction, you hit them after you move the ladder. That's all. So I want you to, the goal is you're not allowed to leave a section until it's been 2 coated.
Right.
Get this shit on the house, I don't care. We'll sand it off. So we've been attacking the deck, the rails, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do the underside of the deck. 1 coat, I'm gonna do the post. I've been taking off hardware, missed that fastener. They're doing the railings. Of course, I'm getting a work call. All right, so I just attended a 9/11 memorial. Look at all these paint chips. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm going to continue to first coat where I must. And yeah, there's plenty to first coat. Look at all the misses from the power washer. That's going to eat right into the coating. Probably going to cause catastrophic failures. I'm going to see how far I can get this today with the stringers, the treads, blah, blah, blah. I want to be able to second coat the treads tomorrow. That's the priority. I'm trying to get a first coat on the rest of the treads before the evening. This stuff is, there's a lot of misses along the stringers. Yes, I say them. And I'm gonna have to get underneath here tomorrow and have somebody up high. I'm trying to feather it in where I can. Originally, I thought I was just gonna be happy with one coat. Of course, I won't be. So there, I did it again. You could have the Scott Says So drinking game. So we're back. It's September 12th this morning. This is a bummer. It's dew point. And it's not that early this morning, actually, but come on, guys, no, get away from the... What I'm worried about is how well is the deck drying. The line there's because there's an extra coat in places. I was trying to get the excess out of the covers. All right, it looks like it's actually drying okay. All right, come on. This is the herb garden, so she's looking for goodies. Everything smells good here. Come on, don't go potty. No go potty. Someone just stepped on my flip-flop. All right, we'll be back later this morning, and we're gonna start putting the rest of coat number 1 and the beginnings of coat number 2 were applicable. Well, for dogs being colorblind, she found a ripe red strawberry and got to it. Good for her. All right, come on, kids. Wait, you're missing... Oh, wait, I have a block. There's persimmons right there, but I don't want to walk it through the pig setup. Come on, guys. All right. You get okay, you got booties. All right, good. Here, I'll leave them here in case you need more. Here's the other cover. How's your cover holding up? Apparently pretty well. Good. All right. So believe it or not, you're actually putting the 3rd coat on. It was just sucking in last night. Yeah, the work order is I want you to do what you're doing, and then start hitting everything, I guess, with the brush. Like, start over on the other side and start making sure that everything's getting a second coat, and anything that missed the first coat, like these gaps on the stringers, you know, hit them with the combination of the whiz and the brush. Get them first coated, work in small areas, and then make sure you get 2 coats on the undone, you know, the untouched stuff, and then get a second coat on the other stuff. I have, I think, half a gallon with which to... I told him, oh my god, I'm gonna have to vac this off. It's just grabbing all the chips. I'm gonna take this out of the job, get all these things coated, these little gaps, hit the end grain more. He did exactly what I asked him to do. I'm gonna do everything that can rain down. I told him I didn't want him getting drips all over himself, and I meant that. So I gotta cut that in, do this, get underneath here, underneath these stringers. This is pretty okay, but I think I left some single coats on some of these posts. Though this here is definitely a little thin. Make sure these bottoms of these spindles are all adequately hit, although the water will drip off. Get it, work a brush in here. It's tacky. He must have hit it recently. I got my girlfriend, mom of Mom Cooks and Gardens, the least enthusiastic YouTuber ever. She wants me to get all this stuff and get it coated, so it'll be that. I'll probably run myself out of coating. Oh, I see a little holiday here. Or did I? It might have been, no, right here. You can see where I just stopped. Didn't make it all the way up. All right, bad on me, and then get up in there. That's gonna be a little tricky. Yeah, so I'm about to get started on taking the rest of the stuff out of the job. So I'm gonna get the shadow box removed. And then I'm gonna just start, I'll put you on time lapse. I'm gonna just start looking for stuff that needs another coat, whether it be with the whiz roller or whether it be with a brush. But ultimately I'm gonna get this thing where it needs to be. I'll put your camera where best you can see me. It won't always be successful. This thing, for a broken down piece of crap that this fire escape ultimately is at this point, at least it'll look like a well-maintained piece of crap. Let's see, what can I see from over here? What the heck is that noise? Yeah, you can see little places all over the place. Just gotta find them, and wish I had a better memory. I wouldn't have to look underneath there. No, is that? Yeah, that's a holiday. So I gotta hit the whiz roller underneath the rails. It's okay, and then most of the work's under there. I can live with it. Worse things have happened. Okay, so I took a break, and this is where we are. Some of this stuff that like looks inordinately dark, like down there on the edges of the treads, that's because it didn't get pressure washed properly. This is areas where it didn't get a coat before a couple hours ago, while we're filming, I should say. So where it sucks in, and it builds up typically with more than one coat. So I'm gonna just keep throwing coating on it until I either run out or actually get everything. You know, it's polishing a turd, but it's my turd and my polish, so I just want to get about 5 more years out of this thing, and I don't really care after that. I hate this deck, but you know, it's here. My girlfriend desperately wants to rip it off and put something a lot more sophisticated on it. I'm sure we'll do that. All right, so we're gonna get back on the horse. All right, I still have the time lapse running. This is where we are. It's somewhere between 2 and 3 coats, depending on where you look, with a few exceptions. That's sucking in there. I gotta hit that. That was at 0 coats when I woke up this morning. That somehow got missed. That's had 3 or 4 coats. It just won't take the coating right. It's getting to where it needs to be. Trying to think. A little thin in that corner. A little thin there. There's no, regardless of what you think of what I'm doing, you can't argue with the 4-inch whiz roller system. It's the best thing ever. It's large enough to help accelerate, you know, coating application, small enough to get into crevices. This side should be better. This was very rough. I don't think I'm really willing to put like a 4th coat on there. I don't think it's going to benefit anything. I think this stuff I would have to soak in a trough, and that's asinine. It's better to just replace it. Actually, you know, the heck with it. Let me go upstairs here and lay eyes on it. Oh, well, this is interesting. It is a little thin, but it should be good enough to, you know, repel water. I think I'm gonna scoop the, well, that's a little thing, kids. And I say kids because they were the ones doing it. I'm gonna hit the top sides of this, and then that's all she wrote. All right. I see a couple, I don't want to say a couple, I see probably 30 or 40 little baby misses. But the rest of it's looking pretty acceptable. Up in there where my fairest daughter did some work, and that's okay. I set her up to fail. She didn't have the best of brushes, and she probably didn't have enough material. The gap between in the middle of that railing there, that's a little thin, but you can't really reach it unless you're just pouring material in there. I put probably a 4th coat on the treads. I did 2 last night on September 11th, and then the boy Wonder did 1 coat today in a rush because, you know, he was working, and I came up there and chased it with a 2nd coat. Let's see what my shoes look like now. Okay, and okay. All right, I'm surprised. I thought I was tracking coating. So I'm gonna touch this up and wrap this up, and that'll be that. And it's September 12th. I hope by around Thanksgiving we'll be attacking the back of the house here. Not rebuilding the sill. That'll be a video for next year, where we take care of all the sills and the top pieces. But we're gonna get the siding done, and I might want his input. You know, fresh set of eyes. You can see a split there to the right of the window behind the vent stack. Yeah, I know the vent stacks are not the code. That's a country thing. You don't see it on houses outside of the country for the most part. codes wouldn't allow that now. And I don't know how. I would have to tear my kitchen out to fix that. That's the worst part of the house, even though it's a small portion. And the drains work fine. So this is what we're dealing with here. And tomorrow, Mom of Mom Cooks and Gardens wants to power wash the front porch in anticipation of it getting, you know, painted. And I'm excited about it. It's a lot of content manipulation, but you know, it'll take 10 minutes to power wash it and 2 hours to move stuff around for it to happen. Always fun. All right, so anyways, I think this is enough. Whatever I get done here, you don't need to see. So anyways, I really appreciate you watching. I'm trying to crank these videos out. I'm hoping that people that are interested in restoring their houses will see my videos and get inspired. And whether I do or don't, I'm going to continue to do what I do. Thanks. And you know, no one leaves comments. Just if you have questions, ask. So it's Saturday, I think the 13th of September. So I can see some gaps there. That's because the radius of the whiz roller wouldn't fit in the gap. But whoa, these stairs are so wonky. I have to stop wrapping videos up at night so you don't get to see the finished product. So I see things I would like to hit another coat on down the gaps, and I'll do that. I want to let this cure for a couple days. But I'm not happy, but I'm happy. So this thing's, if you look at it closely, you can see the splits. There's rots in the end grain of a couple of the treads, which I will later purchase and then prime, so to speak. I'll paint them and then just pop them in. But for now, it's a heck of a lot better. And this just sucks the material in because of you know, how old it is. But anyways, if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe for more. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.